Hi, we're back at HND, and we have a special guest today, and this is...
Chris Lowe.
And what are you going to be taking over next year?
I'm going to be the new chair for the next 2 years.
So he's going to be the new president of HND. So over these past years, how have you seen HND involved?
You know, HND has really grown. It's grown from a sort of like a regional, and right now HND is taking the major role as far as a national, taking on issues about Hmong across the United States. Now, for those that don't know, HND does not do anything international. We only work on Hmong issues in this country. On a national basis, legislative issues that's affecting Hmong, or issues that we as constituents from throughout the Hmong communities ask HNDs to take on because it's a national issue.
But if you could take HND into an international prospect, and if you had the funds to do it, would you like to do it?
Right now, we don't. Fun or not, we don't. Is because there's so many things going on outside of this country, and because right now we are being declassified as we no longer a refugee. So what that means is we have our issues here within our own country borders that we must work with, just like any other minority group here. So we really have our hands full of all the issues all the laws that gets passed in Washington, D.C. that's affecting us. And so when we work on something like that at the national level, then it helps everybody in every state.
How long have you been a board member of HND?
This is my second year, coming to the end of my second year. And but I've been helping HND for a long time. I was the chair of the local committee that hosts HND in Denver, Colorado in 1998. So I've been involved with HND for a long time. I knew some of the like the outer limits of it, but coming into HND, it's really opened up my eye.
Do you feel like HND has inspired the Hmong youth of today and generations before and the next generations to come? Do you think HND would inspire them to make a change for the Hmong community?
You know, I think HND has provided a forum for all the young minds and all the older, or we call it the research minds, come together, especially using the conference here. We really come and share about some of the thoughts and some of the learnings that we all get from going outside our separate ways, coming in together, compacted into such a short time, and that's what's really fascinating about this. What we fail to do is we fail to cultivate these thinkings, these minds, after this happens. What this means is that a lot of the young students here, after they graduate, they kind of missed out on coming back to HND, helping HND in both financially and both intellectually. And that's what one of my administration is. I would really want to cultivate that culture back, because throughout the last 14 years, I know we have a lot of young minds that come through this program. And every time we talk to somebody, they always want to do something, but they just didn't know how to help us. And so we're really going to open it up to making sure that avenue is being reached to them.
Okay. Yeah. And being a board member, how did you find out about HND? Was it like through friends or through family, or were you like, how did you find out about it?
Well, like I said, I knew a lot of the older board members, and so I knew about HND. I volunteered for HND. I come to their conferences, and so when the opportunity came, they asked me to participate in the board, and that was the time that I figured, hey, it's time for me to give back.
Do you love your job as a board member of HND? I mean, has it been wonderful? I mean, I bet it has been. HND is wonderful. Have you liked your time?
You know, HND's been good to me. I always tell people, you know, the staff does a great job. So as board members, we're just here to look good. You know, so I love it. But there's interesting work that we all could do, and HND has been really good, because even the conference here, we get all the name for it, but actually the community is the one that puts this whole thing together. You know, we have over 100 participants, volunteers here, and they deserve all the credit. I mean, really, we're just here as board members to look good. Okay.
And you say you're from Wisconsin, right?
I'm from California.
Oh, you're from California.
Yeah, from
now, I'm not sure, but has there been an HND event in California?
Yes. Yes? HND's been to California, I think, like 3-4 times. Sacramento twice, Fresno, I think twice. We'd like to go to just about every city we can. But when we go there, it's not us going there. It's the city must want us to come in, because when we come in to a city, we basically bring in people that wanted to do work with the Hmong community inside that city, and that's where the benefit is. Like Appleton here, when we leave here, it's how the city and the individuals here will work together using the same things here. So our job is truly to, from a national basis, bring the spotlight into the local cities, forcing those people to work with each other, because they're the one that's living together. Yeah.
For this HND event and for the next upcoming ones that you're going to be, well, you're the president, what do you want to change? What would you like to see to change?
You know, one of my biggest challenge and one of my goal is I've been asking everybody is, the crossroad. Last year, ORR, which is a refugee resettlement program in Washington D.C., declassified Hmong Chia refugee. That means all the funding for refugee is gone. Okay, what they're telling us is that, hey, you need to help support yourself. So my biggest problem, my biggest job right now, task in front of me, is trying to see if we have enough support to where is HND viable for our existence. Okay, we are the only organization that does this kind of work for Hmong. Okay, unfortunately, there's no others. So we have to step up and say, is this really viable? And so I'm going to go around the country. Okay, I mean, if your listeners, I'm going to be into each town listening to what it is that we need. Are we still needed? Okay, because if we're not, we're going to transform to something that we may not be doing this kind of work. Okay, so it's going to be a really meet and greet around the country for about the next year, and then we're going to make some strategic decisions that's going to change HND probably into the next, hopefully 5-6 years. Yeah.
Would you like to see HND branch out to like different other little conferences that are hosted by HND, but it's like it's a different part of HND? Like it's a part of HND, but it's like another branch. Would you like to see that?
Well, see, HND, we try not to go into individuals, okay, like the local, okay. The only reason why we host the conference here, this is a very small part of what we do. We were trying to get out of the conference, okay, but nobody was able to do the work we do. Bringing everybody else, all the free minds come and think about. We ended up still doing this is because like I said, we can't find anybody. So to answer you, do we want to do it? No, because I think we are better served to the community if we are in Washington lobbying for issues that are near and dear to Hmong's heart. And I mean, the local issues, everybody does a good job. But the issues that, hey, if you're in Minnesota, I'm in California, we still have the same issue. It's easier if we deal in Washington instead of individual states. We have 50 states to go. So if we deal in one place, it's a lot better for us.
Well, thank you for your time. I hope I didn't take too much of your time.
Thank you for coming.
I'm very happy that you got elected as president for next year. So I'm hoping, you have a good 2 years, you said?
Yes, 2 years each term. And I hope we get to talk more, because we really need your help too.
Well, I will be there next year, I promise you. Thank you for your time.
Okay, take care.
What's y'all?